Hi. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. It's 12:27 a.m., December 20th, 2023. I just wanted to touch on this really quick because I thought it was important. This is from NBC News. The headline reads, Meet the 18-year-old who just became the youngest black mayor in the country. Written by Shar Adams. This was published on December 7th, 2022. So it goes on to say, an 18-year-old college freshman is now the youngest black mayor in U.S. history after beating out his opponent for the position in a small Arkansas town. Jaylen Smith, a recent graduate of E-A-R-L-E High School, said although he was quote-unquote confident he'd win the runoff election Tuesday, he was still shocked when he received the news of the victory. He will be the mayor of Earl, a town of just under 2,000 people, according to the 2020 census data near Memphis, Tennessee. Quote unquote, I felt so grateful! Exclamation point, of course. I had the craziest facial reaction when I won! Exclamation point. Should I say that or should I just act it out? I don't know. I had the craziest facial reaction when I won. It was such a blessing, unquote. Smith told NBC News, adding that his parents are proud of him and have supported his campaign, quote unquote, every step of the way. I'm back to paper, so you will hear some rustling. Smith received 218 votes, while his opponent, Nemi, Nemi, Matthews Sr., won 139, according to The Hill. I guess maybe that's a local newspaper. Smith said he decided to run for mayor at the start of his senior year with the encouragement of his fellow Student Government Association members. He said he fully understands the historic significance of his win. Quote, it feels awesome. Generations and generations of people will read about this historical moment, he said. Now, as mayor-elect, Smith said he plans to focus on transportation, public safety, and bringing a major grocery store to the city. Wow. Y'all don't have a major grocery store. Y'all ain't got Piggly Wiggly? My family in Alabama, they got Piggly Wiggly. Increasing residents' access to food sources is a cause Smith says he's especially passionate about. This is kind of cool because now this holds a lot of weight because he's the youngest first black mayor. Because years ago there was a Caucasian young man who was 18, and I can't, and I'm not, and I won't. I don't have much time, so I'm speeding, I'm racing, because I don't know this phone. So quote unquote, we had one long time ago, but it closed. I wonder was it Piggly Wiggly? Smith lamented. I got my girl out. I'm moving fast. I don't have a lot of time. Laminated. Hold on.
Lamented.
Thanks, girl. Lamented. Smith lamented about how, and that means mourned for. Mourned for? Mourned. Mourned for. About how the now closed grocery store mourned. I don't pre-read. Okay, he mourned for it. Oh, they lost. They had their Piggly Wiggly and it closed. Our seniors don't have transportation to get to and from West Memphis to get food, so it would be better to have a grocery store here in town. I know. There's a picture of him. Nice looking young man. Congratulations. I'm going to be flipping, Sal. I'm back to paper. Jaylen Smith, 18, the newly elected mayor of Earl, Arkansas, is the youngest black mayor in the United States. Courtesy Jaylen Smith. Smith, an Arkansas State University Mid-South student, announced the victory in a Facebook post that has been shared more than 800 times. He said he hopes his win will inspire other young people to get into politics. Go for it, quote unquote, he said. It will be good for more young people to step up to the plate and say, I want to be in charge. I want to be the leader people want to see in my community. The young politician said the win is extremely significant to him as a person diagnosed with a learning disability. Smith said his disability makes it hard for him to do well on standardized tests. Quote, this disability does not take away from what I am able to do, unquote. Smith said, according to The Hill. In fact, it motivates me more to achieve greatness, unquote. Smith told NBC News he's enjoying his particular moment of greatness, which includes celebrating the win over the weekend with his family and friends. They gonna party next. I don't know how much time I got. Next, St. Louis Park's Nadia Mohammed becomes first Somali American elected mayor in U.S. Mohammed, who had already won citywide as an at-large council member and had the backing of Mayor Jake Spano, S-P-A-N-O, defeated retired banker Dale A. Anderson. So this is from the Star Tribune. Josie Albertson Grove. It was published by Josie Albertson Grove. So, gallery. St. Louis Park Mayor-elect Nadia Mohammed is embraced, is a picture of her hugging someone, is embraced by a supporter after winning her election at the Westwood Hills Nature Center in St. Louis Park. At large, council member Nadia Mohammed made history as the first Somali American elected mayor. In parentheses, the first Somali American mayor was elected by members of the South Portland, Maine City Council. Mohammed is already the youngest person to ever serve on the council and would also be the first black mayor of St. Louis Park. St. Louis Park on Tuesday became the first city in the United States to elect a Somali American mayor. City Council member Nadia Mohammed, 27, won by a considerable margin against retired banker Dale A. Dale A. Anderson in Tuesday's election, becoming the nation's first elected Somali American mayor, as well as the first black mayor of St. Louis Park. Quote unquote, this is a milestone. This is not the destination, she said the mayor-elect, thanking her supporters Tuesday. As mayor, I want to ensure people see themselves reflected in our policies. Good job. You go, girl. Next, I don't want to cut it off, and it might. If it does cut off, my name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. Then it goes on. There's another young man. This is a Caucasian guy. His name is, child, what is your name? John Tyler Hammonds. So these are young people that are making it. They are pushing forward. John Tyler Hammonds, Hammons, is an American politician who serves as the 47th mayor of Muskogee, Oklahoma. Muskogee? From 2008 to 2012. He gained national attention when he was elected May 13th, 2008, as a 19-year-old freshman at the University of Oklahoma after winning 70% of the vote in a runoff election against 70-year-old, three-time former Muskogee Mayor Herschel McBride. Hammonds was elected on April 6, 2010 in a four-way race. Now, I had to rush to get to this one. All right, I don't know if y'all remember this, but back in the day, this young black man impersonated a physician and was working on people. He then got in trouble again. So, fake teen doctor, now 25, sentenced to prison for a new scam. So with the old scam, he straight up got a job at the hospital. We'll go into it. I want to say Macaulay. Oh, Malachi. My bad, Malachi. Malachi Love Robinson was sentenced to more than 2 years after pleading guilty to stealing more than $10,000 cash from his employer. Malachi Love Robinson during a court hearing in 2016 in West Palm Beach, Florida. Malachi Love Robinson during a court hearing. Y'all printed that twice. This is from the Associated Press. It was published January 3rd, 2023. So this young man, he was calling himself Dr. Love. He was really All right. So let's keep moving. He received a sentence of over 2 years and 4 months last week after pleading guilty in Palm Beach County, Florida, to grand theft and organized scheme to defraud. Love Robinson first came to national attention in 2016 as an 18-year-old when he was arrested after opening the New Birth, New Life Medical Center, identifying himself as quote-unquote Dr. Love. I remember when that happened. So, News 4 Jax, Jax, I think that's Jacksonville. It's something. When he first, one fraud after another for teen who faked being a doctor. When he first was arrested at 18, Malachi Love Robinson was listed as a doctor on his New Birth, New Life Medical Center and urgent care website. When he was first arrested at age 18, Malachi Love Robinson was listed as a doctor on his New Birth, New Life Medical Center and urgent care website. So he had a website. Associated Press member exchanged stories from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. He was fake being a doctor who swindled a patient who once tried to forge his way into a Jaguar and was spared from serving decades in prison, is back in serious trouble. So he didn't really touch nobody or cut anyone. So what I'm gathering is, and I remember this story, what I'm gathering is, I guess he was online. He made a website saying he was a doctor, Dr. Love. And I think he got caught when he tried to, let me see. The young man, he faces new fraud allegations. Just read that. Moving forward, arising just moments after he walked free from prison. See, this time, despite warnings from judges to stay legit, the 23-year-old is in the spotlight over claims he ripped off an employer. What makes him tick? He's spoken of genuine dreams to be a physician and help others, yet wound up an imposter, unable to help himself. He repeatedly makes lofty plans, gets caught, says he's sorry, and promises to make amends, records show. Through the years, he was blamed his fake doctor escapades on his youth. Quote unquote, 100% regret what I've done. That's what he said. He told the Inside Edition television program in 2018. I saw that. Oh, he was in prison when he did that interview. And the reason being is that because number one, I've messed up my life, a great deal. Love Robinson quickly hung up his cell phone when the South Florida Sun Sentinel recently contacted him about his latest arrest. It's early in the new prosecution, with Love Robinson set to be arraigned February 4th on third-degree felony charges of organized scheme to defraud and grand theft. The Lake Park man has been free on $2,000 bond since December 11th. He was arrested then. So far, the Palm Beach County Court files does not show if he has hired an attorney. He previously had a public defender after swearing he was too poor to afford to pay for counsel. Public defenders, their caseloads are extremely high, and basically they be in there flipping papers like me, like I'm doing. Moving on. Nurses.org. This is written by Sarah Falcone, Falcone, BSN, and RN. So this nurse, okay, we moving forward. This one right here, this 17-year-old, okay, 17-year-old imposter gains access into a hospital. According to a mind-boggling news station investigation, nurses in Corpus Christi, Texas, ICU, stopped an imposter who had fraudulently gained hospital access. The 17-year-old Zachary Brent, Brent Bailey, was charged with impersonating a traveling physician. My cousin Tanika is a traveling nurse. She's an RN. Hey. A traveling physician's assistant, a PA in parentheses, and gaining access into 2 hospitals. So, it's a picture of him too. He is in the hospital, scrubs and all, just walking down the hallway. Investigative reporters from Chris TV Channel 6 in Corpus Christi, Texas, aired the story last week, which they compared to the movie Catch Me If You Can. That's good, with Leonardo DiCaprio. He was impersonating the pilot. It was really good, really, really good. Oh, they said that, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Chris 6 pieced together details that the news people pieced together details from witnessing statements and documents gathered by Corpus Christi police to tell the shocking tale of a teenager who successfully posed as a traveling PA and hung around the hospitals for nearly a month last spring. In March 2022, Bailey allegedly bought $41 worth of scrubs from Scrubs R Us. Get out. That's right here. Scrubs R Us. Then dressed as a medical professional. He drove to Corpus Christi Medical Center's Bay Hospital, where he went to Human Resources and pretended to be a PA who needed a badge. According to the reports, the Human Resources the Human Resources staff were out of the office. A volunteer counselor was manning the desk and made a hospital ID for him. Child, you fired. Nah. The employee who made the ID badge and was later let go told investigators that she noticed he seemed young, but quote unquote was trying not to hold that against him and wanted him to give great customer service. Let me tell you something. If I walked in it like that, or if a black man walked in, or a person of color walked in like that, all that, homegirl, you wouldn't have gave out nothing. Real talk. Moving on. Bailey was also able to gain access to Doctors Regional Hospital, 2 different hospitals. Investigators learned he tried getting an ID badge at Driscoll Children's Hospital, but he was denied. There, an HR recruiter reportedly told him that he was not on any of the employee lists. Bailey left to, quote unquote, call the recruiter and claimed he mistakenly went to the wrong facility. Hospital cameras show Bailey going into doctors' lounges in plain clothes and exiting in scrubs or physician coats that belong to providers. Nurses became suspicious. Bailey went largely unnoticed and spent weeks hanging around the hospital from March 31st, 2020 to April 28th, 2022. Then one night in the ICU, nurses got suspicious. See, okay. I'm trying to, because I'll be stopping and starting stuff. I got to keep going. It might cut me off. Quote unquote, he was talking about his girlfriend and cars and just all sorts of stuff. And the more he was talking about things, the more I felt something wasn't right. This came from an unidentified CCMC nurse who told the investigators, quote unquote, I don't know if he was specifically asking for access to the computer, but he was just mentioning that he doesn't have access, and he was asking, how do you get access? Yeah. Okay, what you do? What happened next? Here's where the story starts to sound like a movie, and the reason is it is also trending as hashtag catch me if you can on social media. According to KRIS6, the police had Bailey's address from a traffic ticket he had received weeks earlier. With a warrant, they searched his apartment and found the badge, a bag of stolen hospital scrubs, and a $52,000 BMW he purchased in an alleged bank fraud scheme. At the end, Bailey was not there. He was with his 15-year-old girlfriend. Days later, the police returned and found that he had moved out, owing $3,700 to the apartment complex, and you wasn't paying your rent. Soon after, he was recognized by an off-duty police officer at the sharpshooter gun range and was detained without incident. According to news reports, at this time of the arrest, he was driving an old Crown Victoria police in a police car. Interceptor with a spotlight and a radio. So you had an unmarked car. He also had a homemade gun with a serial number known as a quote unquote ghost gun. Police searched the hotel he was staying at and discovered that they believed to be evidence to his next scheme to impersonate a law enforcement officer. They reportedly found a bulletproof vest, gun, belt, ammunition in a shirt with the word sheriff on it. You crazy. Bailey was arrested but released on bond. He was not allowed to leave Corpus Christi but allegedly traveled to Fort Worth, Texas in June to visit family. His ankle bracelet alerted law enforcement and he was arrested again for 192 violations of the GPS tracking system. He was released on bond in October and pleaded guilty in December. He was sentenced to deferred adjudication, which means the charge may be removed from his record after 6 years if he meets the terms of his sentence. The terms, according to court documents, include the following. Okay, moving on. Whatever. So, include the following: earning a high school diploma or getting a GED, completing court-ordered classes, and abiding by a curfew. Bailey reportedly gave an interview to the Nurse Erica, on TikTok. Nurse Erica says that it ain't me. Nurse Erica says that he told her his probation officer said he could move out of the state. He moved to Oklahoma, but was ordered back to CES County in Texas in March 2023. In the interview, he went on to say that life is going well now. He has started a couple of businesses and is now engaged to get married. Girl, you about to marry, girl. Child, he about to impersonate. Okay, let me shut up. Next, moving forward. Relias Media, RELIAS Media.com. Headline: Man posed as ED doctor, used lost badge. Same thing. Very scary out there. Very scary out there. I think this is the same guy. This is another one. This is from BuzzFeed.com. The man who faked being a doctor when he was 18 years old is going back to jail after pleading guilty to another. Oh, that's Malachi Love. That's Dr. Love. All right. So let's scoot on back to this one real quick. Police in Atlanta report they have arrested a man. This is the man posed as ED doctor, used lost badge. Police say. Police in Atlanta report they have arrested a man posing as an emergency physician in a hospital, and authorities in Jacksonville, Florida, say they still are hunting for a man seen impersonating a doctor in a children's hospital. Okay, so I don't want to get cut off, but so really I just want to shed some light. Congratulations to Jaylen Smith. Great job. And let's see where he goes from there. And also, here's the paper. Also, Nadia Mohammed, first Somali American elected mayor in the U.S. Very good. So, I mean, I'm just trying to make a point. Put your mind to it. You can do it. Believe it. Conceive it. Believe it. Achieve it. I got that from Cheryl Lee Ralph. Conceive it. Believe it. Achieve it. I look around right now. Everything I'm looking at was a thought. Everything. So that's just it. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna be mad if it cut off. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.